and the panelists cannot see you or hear you. You may ask questions by using the Q&A button to type your questions to the presenters at any time. The recording of this session will be available in about a week at www.oacac.org, and please consider signing up for more sessions. Many college presentations will be offered throughout November 13th at the same website, www.oacac.org. Tonight, we're going to welcome you to Otterbein University's presentation.
Hello, and thank you. All right. My name is Katie Lavera. I serve as the Senior Associate Director in the Office of Admission here at Otterbein University. And I'm joined here this evening by my colleague, Mackie Cameron. She is going to be working the Q&A for us. So if you do have any questions, feel free to add that to the chat, and we'd be happy to get those answered for you. Please take note of my email address so that if there's any questions and you would like to reach out to me directly, you're welcome to do so. It's just klovera@otterbein.edu. So we're glad you're here. We want to tell you about how we are different than other small private liberal arts institutions and what makes us stand out and why we might be a good fit for you. We like to start by talking about our rich history. So we were actually founded back in 1847 as a coeducational institution with both women on faculty and as students. Prior to the Civil War, we had African American students taking classes on our campus. And during World War II, we were open to Japanese internment students who were taking classes on our campus as well. And so we feel that we have a background of being progressive and inclusive, and we feel like that stands true today as well. Something else that makes us unique is that we have students who are voting members of our board of trustees, and so they get to have a voice in the decisions that are made on behalf of the university. And so next, I want to share a quick video. It's about 90 seconds long. Please enjoy this. It just goes over some fun facts about Otterbein. Okay, so let's dive into a little bit more detail in regards to some of those fast facts that you saw come across the screen during that video. And we want to start with academics. Obviously, that's why you're going to choose to go on to college, and we want to make sure we have the major in mind that you have. And so we are proud of the fact that we have a lot of different majors to choose from, and you can actually go online to otterbein.edu/majors and check all of those out. We also have 40 minor programs and some pretty unique ones at that, so please be sure to check those out as well. We're also proud of the fact that we have a small student to faculty ratio of 13:1 and an average class size of about 18 to 20 students. So our college classrooms probably look similar to what you've experienced in high school. And in fact, as long as 7 students register for a class at OTTERBEIN, we will hold that class. So you could only have just a few classmates and have that greater, intimate, individualized conversation. So in addition to what you're learning inside the classroom, we think it's very important that you're learning things hands-on outside of the classroom as well. And from the moment you step on campus, you're going to have the experience of having hands-on learning within your major program. So you don't have to wait until you're an upperclassman. So to explain that a little bit further, I'm going to talk about gen ed programs. And so in order to earn a bachelor's degree, you're going to have to take your gen eds. And at other schools, what that can look like is it is front-loaded into the first 2 years of your college degree. They're chosen at random, and there's a variety of classes that are offered that may not particularly pertain to your skill set that you want to learn. At OTTERBEIN, we have what's called an integrative studies program. And so it is actually intentionally designed to weave your gen ed requirements into all 4 years of your bachelor's degree. So that is what is allowing you to have those hands-on learning experiences earlier, because you're getting right into your major as a first-year student and you're starting to learn that set of skills. In addition to that hands-on learning, it's important that you are engaging with your teachers and your professors on campus. And so their goal here at OTTERBEIN is to get to know you. So to get to know your name, your face, what your passions are, what you're interested in doing as a college student, and helping you to achieve your goals. They're going to push you, they're going to challenge you, and our students are saying that they really enjoy that relationship and that individualized attention from our professors. And as you can see in some surveys of our students, they have given our professors some of the highest marks. So location is really important when you're making your college decision. And we think being adjacent to the 14th largest city in the United States gives our students a real advantage. And that advantage comes from those hands-on learning experiences being in the Central Ohio area, where virtually every industry is represented here. And so our students don't have to go far to get those hands-on learning experiences. And then in addition to that, there's lots of fun things that they can go downtown and do. And so often on the weekends, you'll actually see our students that are getting into cars and getting into on the bus or getting into an Uber, and they're going downtown and they're getting involved with the arts and recreation and going to see festivals and going to local shopping malls and going to see movies and things like that. So that's a great advantage of being right near a larger city. And then we're located in this really quaint suburb of Westerville, Ohio. It's charming and safe, it's walkable, and really we've been a part of this city since the beginning. Our campus and our community are really interwoven. We were founded in the Methodist Church. We don't have a church here on campus, but we actually have one that's right adjacent to our campus that's pictured in the top right corner with the red doors. That's our Church of the Master. And one story that I love to tell is that on Monday mornings throughout the semester, when OTTERBEIN students are in session, the church members, they actually stand out on those front steps and they pass out coffee and donuts to our students who are walking by the class. It's just a really great example of how the community really reaches out to support our students. And then here on campus, there's lots of ways to get involved. You saw in the video that we have a fun tradition of painting the rock. Whether it's a student organization or an athletic team, they take turns painting the rock. We have lots of student organizations that you can get involved with. Some of them are listed there, and they're just some unique ones that stand out to us, but we have over 100. So if there's something that you were involved with in high school that you want to continue to be involved with or bring to OTTERBEIN and start here, we would welcome you to do that as well. We're also a very caring and invested community. We have lots of ways for students to give back to the community and be servant leaders. And so one of the pictures you see there is our community garden, which we do every year. And actually over 50% of the food that is harvested from the community garden is given to local food shelters. So next I want to talk a little bit about residence life, and I'm going to show you a video of one of our first year residence halls.
So main hall is a co-ed dorm separated by the floor, and now we're going to take you into a standard room here. kind of have a lot of leeway as to decorate your room however you want.
Awesome. So let's move forward and start talking about the application process. This year, due to COVID-19, we did become a test optional institution for the autumn 21 application year. And you can learn more about that at otterbein.edu/test optional. But just some highlights to go over. We do still encourage you, if you have a GPA of a 2.75 or lower, to submit a test score if you have one available. And if available in general, we would recommend submitting a test score. And we will not hold the test score against you in any way when making an admission decision. But what it could do is it could, as part of the review process, help you. It can also help you to gain accessibility to some specific academic programs. And so our honors program is one that is still requiring a test score. If you want direct entry into our education program, our engineering program, or our nursing program, we would ask that you submit a test score. Otherwise, you could be admitted to the university, but you would go into a pre-major, a pre-education or pre-nursing major for those programs. Also, we do have a Scholars Day competition each year in which we offer 3 full tuition scholarships. That is an essay competition. In order to be considered to be invited to that day, we would ask that you submit a test score for consideration as well. And then the application process is pretty straightforward. We were going to invite you to apply via the Common Application. So you can go to commonapp.org or you can go to otterbein.edu/apply. If you do have test scores to submit, there's going to be a question on the Common Application that asks you if you will be submitting them. And that way we know to hold your application until we have your test scores. Those test scores need to be submitted officially, either from ACT or the College Board. On the Common Application, you can request that your school counselor send your high school transcript, and then we will receive that via Common App as well. You're welcome to submit any letters of recommendation if you're interested in doing that. It could be from a coach, a teacher, a school counselor, someone that might have some additional knowledge that you'd like them to share with us. So here's some dates and deadlines. Actually today, October 1st, is the first day of the FAFSA. So October is a great time for your family to sit down and start filling out the FAFSA. You can send it up to 10 schools at once. It is a free application and it's available online. We will begin at the beginning of next month, starting to send out our admission decisions. So we have not started reading them yet, but we will start doing that here this month and you'll start hearing from us next month. Keep in mind that December 15th is our scholarship priority deadline. So what that means is if you get your application into us by that date, you will be considered for our full range of scholarship opportunities, including being invited to our Scholars Day. So for anyone that applies after December 15th, we'll still have plenty of scholarships available. It's just on a first come, first served basis after that. And then for students who apply by December 15th and also submit their FAFSA by December 15th, January 15th is when we will start mailing financial aid award letters, and you'll be in that first group to receive your financial aid award letter that will be mailed to you. And then just a note that May 1st is traditionally a time in which students make their final decision as to when where they'll be attending college. And then the stats over on the right are just to tell you the types of students that are going to be attending Otterbein and sitting in classes with you. So our middle 50 percentile GPA for last year's admitted class was a 335 to a 399. And then you can see in the gold box, the middle 50 percentile range for test scores. So do keep in mind that means that 25% of the students we admitted last year had a 19 or below, and 25% of the students we admitted last year had a 27 or above. So I want to talk about affordability because we want to make sure that you understand what it costs to attend Otterbein, and also we want to make sure that you understand that we are committed to making it affordable. So when you're looking at a private institution, you will see the full cost it takes to educate a student. But we take into account your academic strength, your ability to pay to provide scholarships based on you. So public institutions provide the same discount rate for every student across the board. So what does that mean? Well, the sticker price may be higher, but your out-of-pocket cost to attend a private institution can often be very similar to the cost of a public institution. So nobody's paying that sticker price that you see there. And so I want to talk a little bit more about how we break that down a little bit further. So you see that 99% of first-year students are getting some form of merit and or need-based aid. We have an opportunity scholarship for Ohio residents, where if your total family income is $60,000 less, we are going to meet all of your unmet need. If you don't qualify for that, don't worry. We have tons of academic awards. We have the full tuition scholarship that we talked about. We have a half tuition scholarship based on community service and leadership. We have talent and participation awards, and we have additional scholarships and awards that you can be considered for just by applying to OTTERBEIN. So say that you are interested in music. You play an instrument in high school or you sing in a choir, and you're thinking that might be something fun to do in college. Well, that's an example of one of our participation awards, because we give scholarships to students who are in our bands and are in our choirs. And so you just indicate on the application that you're interested in doing that at the college level, and we'll send you more information about how to schedule an audition to be considered for those scholarships. So definitely be checking your email regularly. And then I want to talk a little bit about our commitment to tuition transparency. And this is a commitment to us that we are not going to increase tuition without letting you know up front. And so when you receive your financial aid award letter as a high school senior, as I talked about, that starts to come out in mid-January. That's not only going to show what you owe for the first year, but it's actually going to show what you owe for all 4 years. And that's our transparency to you. So we're not going to increase your first year amount to match what we want to be able to charge for tuition in year 4. We're actually going to be incremental in that price increase, and we're going to tell you ahead of time. On average, that price increase per year has been about 2%. And on average, private universities raise their tuition about 4 to 6% every year, just to give you an idea. And then outcomes is so important to everyone, right? So it's, what are you getting? What is the value of the degree that you're paying for? And we're hearing from our students that they are getting the value out of their degree. So 99.4% of our students who graduated in 2019 are employed or are in graduate school. And so that is really great news for you to hear as the students who are looking for colleges is how successful are you going to be in finding a job after graduation. And we know that because of our hands-on learning and because of the individualized attention that you get from your professors here at OTTERBEIN, that you're going to be successful and be able to go into your field and be successful in your field. So if you're interested in hearing more after today, I want to invite you to engage with us a little bit further. So starting this week, we are doing a Discover OTTERBEIN month, and it is allowing students to connect with faculty in their certain area of interest. And so we have faculty sessions going on, we have student panels going on. We actually have one tonight at 6 o'clock. So if anybody wants to head over to our Twitter page and get information about hopping on that, that would be awesome. But just know that we are here to let you connect with all people across campus, whether it's faculty, coaches, whoever you want to know more about and learn more about as it pertains to what it would be like to be a student here at OTTERBEIN. We are happy to make that connection for you. In addition to that, we are open for daily tours, and those run Monday through Friday at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., and 3 p.m. And then we have Saturday tours at 9:30 a.m. and 11:30 a.m., and those are running weekly throughout our semester. We also have virtual visits on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Goes over some of the information I shared with you, but then you'll also have a student tour guide that'll walk you through a virtual tour of campus. And then I also invite you to connect with your admission counselor, particularly if you're a high school senior who's really starting to dive into this process. We have links on our website, which is www.otterbein.edu/visit, where you can set up a 30-minute meeting with your admission counselor to start talking through this process. And so just know that we're here to support you at whatever point you are in the admissions process. And our Twitter and Instagram handle is @OTTERBEIN, you admit. So thank you for your time this evening, and we really look forward to hearing from you soon.
Okay, ladies,
Jackie,
thank
do
you.
we have any questions?
Nope, seems like you did a pretty good job covering everything.
Okay, great.
Students that are attending, if you have follow-up questions, please reach out and they will respond to you. Once this screen closes, there will be a very quick 4-question survey. You may sign up for more sessions at www.oacac.org, and the recording of this session will be available in about a week at that same site, www.oacac.org. Thank you, Otterbein University, for sharing your information, and have a great night. Thank you.
Have a great evening.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.